Yeah, Facebook cut us off. So most of the time, you would ask the question to the seller, how's the car? Oh, it's great. You know, he never had any problems. He only had a one lady owner. He drives perfect. It's an immaculate car. You will love it. Trust me, you know. But it's never the case. You know, when you arrive, sellers, they use Photoshops. They Photoshop the vehicle, so you can't see the real pictures. And when you arrive there, you could have mismatching color parts, the panels, you know, and then you start changing. Oh, I wasted all my time, you know. So that's, and now with all this virus nonsense, what we have out there, you know, for you to travel, look at a vehicle where you, if you're technically minded, even if you are technically minded, if you don't have your tools with you, you know, you can't do the job right, and you can still make a mistake. I made a mistake, you know, in the past, because you can be a guru, but without the tools, you're not anymore. You know, so that is important. So we are the best in UK. We have great people on board, great ethical mechanics. The mission is to help you guys to avoid a banger, to know all the information about the vehicle before you buy. And it is still cheaper, much cheaper than a letter from solicitor. It's wasting your time for trading standards, maybe taking people to the small claims court, getting independent engineers' reports, which costs money, and then the grief and happiness will it cause you, you know, for the psych-off inspection, which costs from £84 to £240, you know. You can have all the information you need as a peace of mind. What's wrong with the vehicle? Because we work for you. We look at a vehicle the way we would be buying for ourselves. Our inspectors with 10 years experience in the trade, diagnosing, repairing, disassembling and assembling gearboxes, engines parts, routine servicing, working on brakes, etc. So now we are here as a movement to help you to buy a good vehicle and to save you time, save you money. You know, the seller asks you set price A and you're happy to pay the price, but then once you inspect this vehicle, then the price A doesn't really look appealing anymore because of the amount of work you need to put into this vehicle. Yet the benefit one from inspection is you can allow seller to rectify the faults after the inspection, negotiate the best price, or shake the hand and walk away. It depends on the amount of faults, what it is. Do you like it? Would you be liking it after the inspection? You know, sometimes every person's mindset works differently. Their values are different. Some people are happy to do DIYs on a vehicle. Some people are happy with some scratches and some other issues in a vehicle, minor issues like they might not. They wouldn't mind paying for the service. They wouldn't mind pay for timing belt. But there's some where, when talking about maintenance item, you want. It doesn't matter. It's a used car. You want to buy the vehicle with. It has been serviced. It has up-to-date service history. Timing belt replaced. You want tires to be at least 5 millimeters left, because you want to technically not waste your time when you're buying a car. But you want to buy the car who's already been maintained. It's been done. Same as you buying a new car. You get in, you got your warranty, and you drive. Yes, they still do break down. So don't expect you're gonna buy any car, new, used, and it's never gonna break down. It will. It's a nature, you know. It's just mechanics, you know. Electrics working together, changing chemical energy into mechanical energy, and those certain things it will happen. It's just the nature. You break down yourself when you have a nervous breakdown, or when the COVID hit, well, you're done. Everyone is in nature is worried, right? So it will happen with any vehicle you're gonna buy. So it's inevitable. If you're worried the car will break down, get extended warranty. We also have extended warranty. We have a deal at the moment. If you're buying a car and you're purchasing inspection with extended warranty for 12 months for any age, any mileage vehicle, starts from £242, and it protects you from mechanical breakdown, electrical breakdown. So if you're the person who worries, we have your back. If you're buying privately, you have an extra cushion to not to worry, because you can get extended warranty for 12 months. Something goes wrong, mechanically wrong, costly, expensive, you'll be covered. We have a £500 claim limit and £1,000 claim limit. Have a look. Extended warranty from CarExamer, powered by Customer Protect. And yeah, find a car, protect yourself. Again, it might cost £180. It might sound expensive, but it's investment protection from costly surprises later. And you rather find the information before than you find information afterwards and paying solicitor, or wasting your time by your valuable time running up and down the seller. Oh, my car is not working this, my car is not working that, I want my money back. You will waste a day doing that. You'll be unhappy, miserable, because once you spend the money, It's not like you're buying a milk in a shop. It's inconvenience, and not everyone will want to return the money, and it's not really that easy as the consumer law says. You still, if you just don't like it, then you can just stick with it. But if there are some issues, as there could be sometimes, you can buy the car, like I said, and the light could come on. If you would inspect it, we will find that out. The car will be fixed. But if you buy cars without inspection, and something happens, yes, it is a hassle. Even if you have a new car, it's a hassle. But majority of things you can avoid. We can have a look on a timing belt, history, servicing, tires, brakes, diagnostic scans, road tests, how it handles. So you know the information. If something will go wrong, it's gonna go wrong when CarExamer tests the car, when CarExamer inspector inspects the vehicle. And if there are issues, they will be highlighted. Then you can make some adjustments. You can allow them to rectify, as I mentioned, or you can negotiate the price, or you can just walk away. And for the price of one key, if it only has one key, it's £180. The servicing cost, if there's no service history, our inspectors recommend full service, so that's about £200. So the inspection is priceless. Yes, it comes with the price tag. Yes, you think it's expensive, but it saves you time, it saves you money, and I guarantee you can deduct this inspection from the purchase price. There will be a movement, at least, to negotiate on something. Or if they will find out something wrong, inspector, they can rectify it. And sometimes those savings are significant. Both tires, they will do the service, they will do the timing belt. You saved yourself money. But by being a stingy person, buying a car, and then you don't want to inspect it, and then you're more than happy then later paying to solicitor, wasting your phone calls and times, phoning trading standards, then you're happy you will have to pay somebody else to inspect this vehicle for you. Then you will have to pay small claims fees if they would not exchange this vehicle for you, or even if they would, that's good, but it's maybe 250 miles away. That means you need to get this vehicle from A to B, you know? So are you happy to go through all this, you know? But you don't want to pay an inspection fee, but you're happy to pay all these fees. Solicitor, your times driving up and down, bringing car up and down for them to rectify it. Then going to the small claims, wasting your time, wasting your effort, where you could be in the park, having a drink, enjoying time with your family, with the girlfriend, or the girlfriend with the boyfriend, and with the kids, going maybe holiday, instead of worrying about the banger you bought. Because it's whether you didn't know about CarExamer, or you're just being stingy. Because I'm not going to pay £180 or £125 for inspection. Why would I do that? But then when the battery goes wrong, it's £150, £200 for the battery. Fitted. One key, £180. It could be £500. Depends on the make and the model. Fan belts cracks and splits. You're down a pocket again. You know, you bought a car with low tire tread again, because you just didn't want to pay for the inspection. Or you got a car and then you find out when you're washing it, you got scratches, you got dents, you got something here is not lining up. Again, because you didn't want to pay for the inspection. We know, I understand. You know better. I understand. I know better. I suffered. You know, not as much related to the cars, but buying shit services where people promising and not delivering. You know, so you're not gonna find that with CarExamer. If we say yes, we will get this done. You know, to the highest standard in the UK. We are the best. We have an amazing team, and we are dedicated to find you a great car. Because everyone, while they're doing inspections, they want you to have a great car. They're looking at the car the way they would be buying a car for themselves. Sometimes, yes, it's hard to advise you if the car is coming with a lot of problems and you got this sort of emotional bond with the car, and it's not a right car. Inspector can't tell you, don't buy it. You have to make a logical decision, you know. Yes, if the car is perfect, then it's the nature of people. When you see something wow, right, what do? You are excited, right? Wow, that's a great car. Wow, that's a great house. Wow, I love this app, right? That's a natural reaction you have, in the same way that when the inspector inspects the vehicle. When something is awesome and great, the emotional expressions naturally flows. But when you look at the vehicle, which is flat color, the paint is flat, right? The paintwork is not great. There's so many scratches and dents, even if it's just 10 years old, right? Some that will be an old banger, but you can still find great vehicle, but they will not be like apples in the tree. You know, you can just pick it. You need to look for it, and it's not easy, you know. So sometimes it will take a time, but what we have now, we're giving back, you know. I do this for people. I want to help you, your family, your sons, your daughters, your grandmas, your granddads, your friends, to help you get a great vehicle. You know, that's what I do best. Everyone does something great in life, you know. I'm not a solicitor, I'm not an MP, but I want to help people, and I select people. It's like minded the way towards life, you know, the people who wants to help somebody, who appreciate who they are, what they do, why they do it, and there's a purpose. You know, when there's a purpose, the people love that, you know, because everyone wants to know why they do something. You know, you don't do anything for just sake of doing it. You know, when there's a big purpose to helping people, avoiding the bad vehicles, people like that. And every mechanic, we call them inspectors because they're not fixing cars, they inspect. And they're the best, you know. They have, like I mentioned before, no one on the CarExamer platform is less than 10 years with professional experience. Everyone is fully qualified mechanic, minimum level 2, how you call it, level 3. There's another qualification systems, NVQ, city and guilds. So 10 years fixing, repairing, diagnosing cars, that's a long time, you know. And to find you new to great car, it's you need to have these qualities. You need to have you need to be able to diagnose, repair, to feel, to understand the vehicle when you drive it, you know, the sounds, the noises, the handling, the braking, you know, because we want you to have a great vehicle. And that's what our inspectors do. They really love to do that, you know. And you get in a great enjoyment, satisfaction when you look at the vehicle, and whether somebody says to you, the customer says and writes a review, you can have a look on our reviews, when they feel so impressed what you've done, even if it was a banger, it will say, oh, you saved me from buying this vehicle, thank you, you know. When they bought a great car, thank you, that was amazing service, you know, everything in a detail, we could make a logical decision, you know. So it's a great satisfaction doing the job. Even sometimes it's not a pleasant situations with the sellers, because there is a lies goes around, you know, when the seller says to the customer, you know. But remember, every inspector works for you. You went to us because you trust us, you know. So that means trust us to the end. Don't listen to story what the seller says before you haven't received inspector's report, or before you haven't spoken to the inspector, because no one likes when somebody inspects your goods. Say for instance, it doesn't matter what it is, when they say something is not right, no one likes that, you know. Or when you know you're selling a shit car or something which is shit, you know, and and the person who will inspect the goods or services for you, or in this instance a vehicle, you know, is gonna find these issues out. And no one wants to look like a fool, like some of the sellers do after our inspection, where they have to make up the story to you to tell you something bad about the inspector, you know. So that means that was the reason why you come to us. You trust us. We are ethical. We want you to have a good car. We don't want you to have a banger, you know. And that's our mission. So who are you gonna trust? The seller who wants you to sell the vehicle, or to us, where we want you to have a good car, and we look at the vehicle the way if we would be buying a vehicle for ourselves, you know. Have to make that call. And what else we do? We have extended warranties. We can protect you. We can deliver the vehicle to you. You can do car history checks. before you buy the vehicle. So that means before you actually even commit to inspection, you can do full car history check, have a look for finances, write-off, mileage discrepancies, if it's been stolen, recovered. If you would look at the data, sometimes technically that's what you have to do first, because if you don't want a insurance write-off, it will list you one. That means I'm not interested into this car. So it gets tricky, but I mean, it's an effort to buy a used car. You have to check your MOT history, from who you're buying. Does it have both keys? Does it have full service history? The more you can have about a vehicle, the more you know, and you know from who you're buying. That's already put you on a safer position. Then you look at MOT history. Then you do your car full history check. Advisable is if you at least know this vehicle you buy and you've driven it before. It doesn't mean you have to go there and look at the vehicle. You can get the right inspection, and we can be your eyes and ears when buying a vehicle. So you don't have to waste your time and money going there, having a look, and coming back. The main idea, you're familiar with the make and model, the trim level. You've driven it, you know how it feels. You know that vibe. Rest of it you can leave it to us. Leave it with us, and we will get this done for you. And if you want to know more about the vehicle, maintenance courses, we have maintenance course. We can teach you how to do basic checks on your vehicle, so you'll be aware how to change the fuses, the bulbs, how you can service your vehicle, how you can inflate the tire, how you can change the wheel. So you can be, I know how to do this, instead of you're going somewhere, something happens, you don't know what to do, you don't even know where the fluid levels are. So we can help you to get the skills up, so you can look after the vehicle. You can at least know how to do certain stuff, where they are, what they do, and why they're there, for what purpose they are. So you can have a course with the inspector, place and time of your convenience, and how to find a good car. Always know from who you're buying, who they are. Do the research, check the MOT history. You will look at the failures, what failures the vehicle had. If it's local, go to have a look, see the vibe, because it's not about just buying a car, it's a process. Do the car full history check to make sure there's no nasty surprises, because not always private sellers will tell you it's insurance write-off. They don't have to do that. Trade has to tell you, once you've done this run around, find more cars, don't find just one, because highly likely the first car you will find, you think, oh, that's a great car, don't look at the cheapest car as well, and once you're happy, you found a couple of cars, like I said, the main thing is if you can get and have a look on a vehicle, that will save you the hassle. You can have a look on 5-6 cars yourself. Where can you feel which of those 6 feel better? If you can't make your mind, don't trust the sellers, or something is not right, you don't feel confident, we now offer a loyalty program for customers. So basically how it's going to work out, the more inspections you do, the cheaper you will get. So you can do 7 inspections and you'll get 20%. So it starts second inspection 5, third 7, fourth 10, fifth 12, 6th, 15th, 7th inspection, you have 17% discount, and 8th inspection, you'll get 20% discount. So we're giving you back, you know. So every time you book an inspection, at least you have some sort of savings, you know. And but like I said, make sure you always check those cars if they are close enough. If you've seen somewhere where you can't get, be at CarExamer.com. We have great people, and everyone's mission, starting from developers to designers to customer service staff to inspectors, is dedicated for people, for cars. We want you to have a good car, and we want you, when you give your money away to the seller, you feel satisfied instead of like you just wasted your money. We want you to be happy. You know, that is important. Not just about buying a car, but about all of the process. Even sometimes things goes wrong, like, oh, the car's been sold before you go. Yes, arrange refundable deposit. It's a smart move. To the smaller places, they don't know what is customer service, right? So that means if you can say, I'm going to send the inspector out, they think you're not serious, you know, and they will not ask themselves. They will not. No, just, but you being smart, you say, look, I'll give you £100, lock this car for me for 200 days, for 2 days, you know, get an inspector. If I'm satisfied with the report, we got a deal. But don't talk about the price before you will actually get the report. Talk about the price after, because then you have a logical how to say, then you have a fact, and you can talk logically about the facts. And when you have the facts and you're sensible, you're logical, you don't scream and shout, you can get the best value out when you're buying something. So we're here for you. We love customers, we love cars. See you next time.